Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We are here with the Tears of the Kingdom any percent qualifier number 5. I'm going to hand it over to our commentators, Aqua Cluck and Ferris Cube, and enjoy the race, everyone. It is all yours to commentate.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's see how this goes. This is the qualifier number 5 of the first ever Zelda Tears of the Kingdom speedrunning tournament. We have 5 participants in this qualifier. You will be seeing 4 at a time and on the stream. And I will be commentating over what strats they'll be using. And it seems that runners are starting to boot their games and start their games. We start to see the introduction to the game. And to start, we already see 3 of the 3 players that are already going to go for the intro clip. This clip allows us to play all this intro section out of bounds, and you see that it's gonna save us optimally over a minute, which it's nice. You see on the bottom left corner, Ninja not going for this strat, so they have to play all these cutscenes that all the other runners are skipping. It's completely understandable not going for this because it's pretty hard, and on a tournament setting, it can be sometimes the best play to go for whatever you're most comfortable with.
Yeah, kind of a interesting risk reward going on here, but looks like everyone's doing all right.
Yeah, we already have Magina, or I don't know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, he seems to be the first one on the cutscene, and the other players, Roach and Redsley, already in the cutscene. This is a 4-minute long cutscene that players tend to hate a lot, because yeah, when you have to reset and go over this cutscene over and over again, it's pretty annoying. That's why the community has voted for the option to intro skip and start on a file at the beginning of GSI, but in these qualifiers we don't allow that, and we want players to run the entire game. So yeah.
Сокрушитель зла. Он сломался от одних моих миазмов. Зельда. И ты с мечом сокрушителем зла. Линк. Рауру столько в тебя вложил. И все без толку.
Откуда? Ты знаешь наши имена?
So yeah, one thing that I'm seeing in the chat, people commentate, is that not all runners are playing on the same version. And this is not a trivial difference. In this game, there are really significant difference between versions. I'm not sure. The majority of players, I think, they will be on version 1.0, which is the fastest we know. But we see that Ninja ESD, it's playing on version 1.2, which it's also known as a really good version. It has some really distinctive strats that for sure we'll see. In fact, we've seen lately lots of development on 1.0 that are trying to make things that were possible in 1.2 previously in a way more easier way, being able to be done in 1.02.
And coming out of the intro, our first trick is going to be cog skip.
Yeah.
It's a kind of interesting backwards jump that preserves momentum that allows us to skip a minute at least from the intended path?
Yeah, at least 40 seconds. It's already pretty defining trick of this game. I don't think any player right now wants to go for anything else. Previously, we used to play this terminal cutscene that's, yeah, it's pretty long, and then we used to do the jumps over the cogs. That's why we call it the cog skip, but that was pretty slow. And yeah, now with a single jump, a tricky one, but it's something that players are already pretty good at. Yeah, we see that.
First try from Roach.
Sí. Roach, yeah. I
And second
I
try
had a
from
bit of
Magaina.
delay there, but yeah. Sí.
And Red
He
Slug
got
gets
it.
it first try.
Yeah. So now we're seeing players go for this wing chest. There's 3 wing chests that I don't think the developers intended for us to get it this early, but it's gonna be really useful. I think wings it's probably the most useful item we can get in GSI with maybe bombs, and
Roach and Red Slave
it's
are both
gonna
looking
allow
for
us.
those random tree branches. So they're probably going to be going for Zoas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what what role those branches will take later in the run.
Zoas is a bunch of funny menuing to reach Zuggle Overload, which allows you to perform arrow smuggle and essentially fly around the map. Very fast
Yeah.
tech.
Mm-hmm. There are multiple ways to set up a row smuggle, but the ones that people are most comfortable with right now is this SOAS, and especially because it's the most useful in an amiibo setting like right now. And we'll see it, and we see also that Roach got the wing flip, which yeah, seems pretty good. So what's happening here is that he managed to go from the end of the title cutscene directly to this construct that give us the Purapat. Mounted on a wing, we see also Red Slave doing exactly this, and this is going to allow us to do the early ascent route really fast, which is a route that will allow us later to void warp from Temple of Time directly to Room of Awakening, the first place where we were just a bit before now. And yeah, that's gonna allow us to go straight from Room of Awakening directly to the first shrine pretty fast, instead of having to go all the way up from the Purapat.
Yeah. Both Roach and Red Slave both got a really great landing. That can be tricky to land that exactly where
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky, but it was pretty well performed, and we see Magaina and Ninjas did not going for the EA. So we'll see now that Magaina will go to the Temple of Time and will respawn back at the Purapat instead of Room of Awakening. So we'll see him go for the going all up through the bottomless cave. And I've struggled a bit seeing what happened to Ninja. Did you catch that up?
Ninja eventually made Cog skip and is making their way to Puripad now.
Okay. Oof, we see Roach right now failing the wing from the middle island. There are two ways to do this segment on IA. We see Red Slave doing the other option, which is going straight, starting straight with a wing, and then landing, trying to do a full damage cancel on the side of the shrine, like he already did. So that's pretty good. And the other way is jumping down and one island that's on the middle. Another dead there.
Oh no.
That's a bit rough. But yeah, you can go in the middle island where there's a small pond with water, and you can safely land there and then do a wing to the shrine, but that didn't go well for Roach.
And as far as the language differences, voice acting is all the same speed. I believe Russian is the fastest by a tiny bit, and
Yeah, 1.1 seconds,
French is
I
up
think,
there.
33 frames. Yeah. But is there a player running in Russian? I don't think so, right? Everyone is playing in English as far as I see.
Oh, I guess Ninja's playing on French.
Oh yeah.
And ascend is pretty straightforward. Just gotta make sure we don't miss the cycle
Yeah.
on this moving platform.
Yeah, for every single route, Send's always been pretty straightforward. Shrine, basically running and just using Ascend. There are a few theories that to how make it a bit more faster. Most of them require to play Ascend after another Rhine, most likely Fuse, but that always ends up being slower. And maybe setting up SOAS in Ascent instead of Fuse that we'll see players doing could be good. That's pretty promising, but it's not anything fully developed yet, so we'll see players just doing this. And see that one thing that's pretty useful in Ascent is getting the bow from this construct. I believe the community has agreed on called him Billy, the construct, which it's always that I find pretty funny.
Billy is a menace.
Yeah.
But no kills this time.
Yeah. It's always a danger getting sniped there by that construct, but it seems that everything was fine, at least so far. Ninja, it's going right now to enter Ascent, so we hope that he doesn't get in any trouble there. And yeah, we see Redsley already is going directly to Ponsafe Cave because there are too many things interesting to get there. First, talking to this construct right now, which will give them the battery, which
Magina going for
you will
speed
get
bots.
anyway. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So, I'm not particularly believer for no amigo speed. It's a really good play for consistency on a tournament setting. I think that just getting speed and running around, it's pretty safe, and you can still get a pretty respectable time with that. So yeah, with Red Leon exiting Ponsafe Cave right now, he got the Ruby, I think, which yeah, he got. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty useful then for Army. He gets another shield right here.
And we've seen what Red Slay's planning. You need the two shields for Zoas.
Yeah.
which will
So
be
yeah,
coming
we'll
up
be
shortly inside
seeing-
Fuse. You really can't miss it. They just
Mhm.
pause and drop and equip, and very confusing.
Yeah. So yeah. Now Redsley goes over this wall with some bomb, which saves a bit of time, and he's gonna get the bow and arrows, which is gonna be useful to grab the chest. We send
You might have noticed Red Sleigh shooting some arrows. They're actually trying to get down to 0 arrows by the
that
time they get out of the shrine,
chest
because this is faster for arrow flight.
was. The reason we need one is because we're trying to overload the game, meaning that we want to set the maximum amount of things that Link can carry, and the game counts arrows as one of that.
Red Sleigh gets the construct skip flying above the trigger as Rose
Yeah.
is entering Fuse.
So yeah, that's the power of Arrows Magal Flight. And we'll see right now another pretty good use. Hope it goes well from Redsley, and yeah, we'll see Roach trying to do the same that Redsley is done right here.
Particular setup. They aim at Ultra Hand, and there they go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, that's rough.
Well, Red Sleigh has a pretty solid lead for now, so that shouldn't hurt too
Yeah.
bad.
We see him now go for a different setup for the same strat, which is doing the same but from higher up, which is significantly safer. So it should hopefully go well this time. We'll see Roach attempting the construct skip that we didn't explain it a lot earlier. Basically, we just want to arrow flight as close to the ceiling as possible. There's this captain construct there that has a cutscene. And yeah, we can skip it right there, and it's about a 10-second time save. You'll see it right now here in Magina stream, this cutscene in which the construct uses the fuse ability.
And so the
And we
reason
can
the
see-
second attempt at the flight that Redsley made was easier is because when you're higher up like that, you need to gain less height to get to Ultra Hand. And the way
Yeah.
it works is the faster you do the arrow flight inputs, the more height you gain. But it's also a tighter window, right? So the more
Yeah.
height you have to gain, the faster, more precisely you have to hit the inputs. And so that higher beginning is just a little bit safer.
So you can see right now, Magina, the only player in 1.0 that is not going for the arrow smuggle flight strat. He's going with a wing, and he's gonna go for this route, which is under the island, which is basically using wings to get Rhine, and he's gonna use Ascent to go towards it. And on the other side, we have Ninja ESD that it's using Quick Smuggle because he's in 1.2. Meaning that he can also do the all the arrow flight strats, but with a considerably easier setup.
And Ninja makes it pretty close to Ultra Hand with their first attempt. So that's a pretty significant time save. I know Red Slay had to take 2 tries. I think Roach took 2 tries as well. I believe Roach is resetting up Arrow Smuggle here for...
Yeah. I don't know. It's failed there, and yeah, that's a really big problem with SOAS in 1.0. It's pretty useful since you only have to set up it one ideally, since it's a permanent arrow smuggle in comparison to 1.2, which you have to set it up each time, although it's obviously a way faster setup. But the only way you can lose it in 1.0, it's basically dying, and that's what happened there. Oof. At least Roach failed once again. It's some really hard inputs there to pull off. A lot of... You have to do a pretty good rhythm, and it failed there. And I was gonna say at least he didn't die, but yeah, that happened again. So either way, he's gonna have to set up SOAS all over again, or go for Azul strats.
This
We see
failure
Red
is
Slay.
significantly less punishing in 1.2 because you can just quick smuggle again instead of doing the whole Zoes song and dance again. So especially in a no reset context like this, that is more forgiving on 1.2.
We see Red Slay already is gonna enter the Recall's Rhine. recall a really interesting ability for speedrunning. There are a lot of cool things like recall launches, but we're not gonna use any of that in that run. Instead, we have a Rose Muggle, so we can just fly all over there. Well, we can use recall here. This the only thing I'll use for this clock that's you need to stop. But otherwise, and you can do that with Ultra Hand even, so it's not required.
Oh, Roach, chatting while you're running. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. Seems that we have roads on the chat.
Yo, Ninja. Yeah, the cutscenes give you a lot of time to
Ninja too.
reflect, interact, whatever you need.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a game with plenty of cutscenes. I think that in any percent, half of the run it's basically cutscenes. And this will probably only get worse as we get faster ways to play the playable sections. Unless we find ways to skip cutscenes. Thing that doesn't seem pretty likely right now. And with Redsley here getting the heart container, which will allow him to open the door. That's a place where a lot of theories for sequence breaking come. The idea that if you somehow can get a heart container earlier, you could skip all the going to the recall shrine altogether, but that's a thing that doesn't seem pretty likely, so we're stick with doing that.
And Magaina and Ninja just about in sync.
Yeah.
In a tournament setting, a faster version is not everything.
Mm-hmm. And we see Redsley here with another arrow flight, with the particularity that he used skew this 1.0 exclusive glitch, which may sound familiar for all those players that come from Breath of the Wild, which was a really powerful glitch that allowed us to store the angle in which we previously surfed, shield surfed against a certain surface, and that in Breath of the Wild allowed us to clip through walls. This doesn't work the same in Tears of the Kingdom, but not long ago we found out that it still has some uses, since it allows us to store the angle, and therefore we can use a shield bomb and launch us in whatever direction we need, straight from a neutral shield jump.
Redsley using the new shield jump tech that preserves momentum a little bit better during long travel like this.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we see Magaina, Ninja getting the heart containers. Magaina a bit far ahead.
We know you're good, Roach. Anything can happen in this kind of setting. If you die inside of army, it's a huge time loss. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see here Red Slay using another powerful use of the Rose Magel, which is infinite height clipping. This is a glitch that we can also perform without the necessity of a Rose Magel, but it's way faster and way more consistent without Rose Magel. Basically, what a Rose Magel, the same way it works with a Rose Magel flights and all is it allows us to cancel a jump slash at any time with pulling out the bow. So this allows us to gain height infinitely, and we can use this to clip the ceilings. We use this to clip in through a ceiling Hyrule Castle and going straight down to the army. Red Slay just done that, and he'll use that to skip all the boss rush that's after army altogether, which can be done also by clipping through ceilings. We don't know any way to, well, there's no way to skip the army. If we try to clip right there like we'll be doing soon, we wouldn't be able to trigger the Ganondorf fight, but we can skip the following bosses that appear if you haven't beaten all the dungeons.
Looks like Magaina is going for the well clip. We saw Red Slay do the balcony clip.
Yeah.
The balcony is a little bit faster. And it gives you arrows. So after the arrowless flight, it helps with the jump clip.
Magaina wasn't using a Rose Magel though. Yeah, he has to do the jump slash cancel clip the old way. So that's probably why he didn't went for the balcony, since there's no necessity for arrows.
Red Slay got the horn. Finally caught that on his inventory.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can see how powerful having Robis here is for army. You can really kill all the enemies in a blink of an eye.
Now we're going to do some more of those jump slash cancel clips again up through the ceiling here to skip the boss rush.
Yeah.
Ninja also going for the well clip. Okay.
Yeah. And we see Magaina right now descending, and we'll see a ragdoll clip right now. Let's see. It worked. No. Oof. It didn't work.
Oh no. So he's going to climb up to the backup.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
But that is a significant time loss.
Yeah.
Red Sleigh is going to Zoggle the Royal Halberd 4 times and then attach it to the horn that they picked up earlier. And that's going to let us kill Ganon really fast.
So yeah, another advantage here in 1.0 is the fact that we can toggle to fight Ganondorf, which allows us to stack a lot of damage all together.
Oh no, the backup position failed for Ninja. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
And Ninja, despite being on the slower version, is second place right now.
Yep. And we're gonna see Roach right now finishing GSI despite all the issues.
I do not know the qualifier structure, Golden
Yeah.
Devil.
Yeah, they're asking on the chat right now, how do the qualifiers work? I'm not 100% sure. I think basically each you can do as many qualifiers as you want, I think, and basically you are aiming to get a really fast time. There's a point system calculated on how good the faster run you've got compared to the current 20% world record. And that's gonna give you a seat for the branch part of the tournament.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, we see Red Sleigh here already on the final boss, the Demon Dragon. It's a fight at a first glance. It seems basically an auto-scroller, but speedrunners managed to find some strats that really make it way faster than one could do it on a casual playthrough. He's going to go for the 2 cycle, which basically means to try to get 2 of these eye things on the Demon Dragon each time before going back to Zelda.
Red Sleigh is missing the 2 cycle. A little bit of an opportunity for
yeah.
others to catch up.
Yeah.
Because things get really hectic if you miss the cycle. Difficult to predict where you need to go.
Yeah,
Can
that's
sometimes
true.
be impractical to get where you need to go because you don't have paraglider in this category.
Yeah,
So that's a bad situation to get in.
yeah. We see him try to go back to one of the sides using most door jumps. And he got there. And yeah, one eye remaining, and then it's just a matter of getting to the head. Ooh. He missed Zelda there. That's it.
Ninja duplicating the is that Black Lizalfo's horn with MTD duplication. That's the only way this version has to duplicate that, as far as I know.
Yeah. With Roach failing the ragdoll clip. And I'm not sure what happened to my guy now. He was already going for the... He was finished with army. He was going for the jump slash clip. But I'm not sure what happened there.
He must have died or ran out of durability or something. I didn't catch that either.
Yeah. And
Red
Red Sleigh has defeated. Yeah. What happens there is that if you do either a backflip, or in this case he went for a side hop, and you kill the demon dragon while you are airborne, for some reason you get a faster load right after. We see Magaina failing the fall damage cancel there, I think. All the other players in army, and Red Sleigh is about to grab Zelda's hand. There's nothing that can go wrong here. Just a prompt, and there we go. Time 46-48, I think, for Red Sleigh. A pretty decent time. 46-47. GG's.
Hey, Ridsley, GG's.
Yo.
Hello, GG.
Oh, that's bittersweet. That's my best run so far, but I failed 2 cycles, so that's quite annoying.
Yeah. Failing to cycle, that's a bit rough, and you did also struggle a bit with the arrow of light towards Ultra Hand, right?
Yeah. Although I got really lucky with that because I didn't like land anywhere and die, so I just voided out and I
Yeah,
didn't have to reset up Zoaz or
yeah,
anything.
that's pretty lucky. Roach had an issue there, and he had to restart also us all over again, and then he died again. So yeah, that was pretty rough, but you got pretty well with that, and pretty clean run overall. You got a personal best on tournament, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my best run before was like 49. That's been the first run where I haven't lost more than like 4 minutes in the first split
Yeah.
to early shield. Because this run I just decided, you know what, early shield is
Yeah.
not going well. I need to just
Yeah,
not
that
do
was
it.
a pretty interesting decision making there. Yeah, early shield. It's pretty interesting for Soas, but it's pretty hard. So yeah, I think it was a right call going there for just the shield in the construct camp right after pawn save.
Yeah.
Magina and Roach about even still.
Yeah.
But yeah, right, Slee, you had about a 3-minute lead out of GSI over Magina, I believe. You just kept it going. Great run.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja going for the 2-cycle Demon Dragon as well. That first jump
Yeah.
off of Zelda to the first eye is a little bit tougher in this version because the Mazdur jumps can't be chained as quickly, but still
Yeah.
doable.
Mm-hmm.
Also missing the 2-cycle though. Will we see a 2-cycle in this race?
So, Aqua, Ferris, and Red Sleigh, do any of you have any final thoughts think we're gonna wrap this up and raid one of the runners who's finishing up. Do you have any final thoughts or any final things you want to talk about?
I don't have anything. Anyone else?
I don't know. Pretty interesting runs we've seen. So here we are in a pretty interesting point of development for Tears of the Kingdom random runs, and we've seen this reflected here. Pretty different strats, and yeah, we hope to see more variety on next stages of the tournament.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We are going to have, I don't know which of the qualifiers, and I don't know exactly when they are, but we'll probably have more of them here on the ZSR channels. But we are going to go raid Roach.
Roach and
who is,
Magina, both going
finishing
for
up.
the boss clip.
So thank you everyone for watching, and have a good Saturday evening.
You too.
And GG Ninja. So-
Yeah, GG.